Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Learning Information Technology with Teacher Stone. I ask that you subscribe to my channel and that you tell a friend to subscribe also. Please remember to turn on your notification bell so that you will know when new content has been added. In this lesson, we're going to be looking at the VLookUp function. Now, this particular function performs a vertical lookup by searching for a value in the first column of a cell range and returning the value in the same row in another column. Sounds a little bit confusing? Let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. So I've gone ahead and I've put together some data for us to use to do our VLookUp function. So I have some names here, and then I have some subjects: mathematics, English, visual art, and science. Now the values here represents grades that each of these students have acquired for each of the subject. Now I'm going to use a VLOOKUP function to identify a particular grade that a particular student got. So let us look at Ahmad Smith. So Ahmad Smith. All right, so we want to find out the grade that Ahmad Smith got for visual art. All right. That's what we want to find out. So we're going to start with our function. Every function begins with an equal sign. So it's going to be equal VLOOKUP, open bracket, and we want the function to look in the first column and find Ahmad Smith. And then we're going to add the table array. So we're going to start here. So our table array goes from cell A1 to cell E6. And we're going to end that part with a comma. The column index. So we want the visual art grade, which can be found in column D. Column D is the fourth column. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to put the column index number there, which is 4. And we want the function to return an exact match. So notice here, we have to add a range lookup, so we can use true if we want an approximate match, but we want an exact match. And so we're going to type the word false right here. And we're going to close our bracket and press enter. All right, so there you go. Let's look back at our function. So equal VLOOKUP, and our lookup value is in E9, which is right here. So we're telling the function to go to the first column and find Ahmad Smith. And there it is. And then we're saying, search the table which has a range of A1 to E6 and look in column 4, which has the grades for visual art, and then give us an exact score that matches this name, Ahmad Smith. Now, if we look here in our table, we would have realized that Ahmad Smith got a score of 80 for visual art. So when we press enter, this function should return a value of 80. So let's try that again. There you go. So Ahmad Smith has a score for visual art, which is the value of 80. Let's try another one. Let's look at Hans Leng. And what we want for him, we want to find out his English score. All right, so we're gonna type our function here. Remember that every function begins with an equal sign. So equal, and our command, VLOOKUP, open bracket, And we're going to identify the lookup value. What do we want the program to search for? We want it to look for Hans length. And then we're going to put our comma. The table array is the range of the table. So the table begins at A1 and ends at E6. I'm going to put a comma. Then we have to include our column index number. So what is the number for the column that contains the English grades? Well, it's column C, so let's count them. 1, 2, 3. So it's in column 3. We're going to put our comma. Then we're going to identify the range lookup. Do we want an approximate match or do we want the exact score that he got? Well, we want the exact score, so we're going to type false. And we're going to close our bracket and enter. So Hans Leng got a score of 60 for English. And there we go. So that is our VLookUp. So our VLookUp function identifies a value in the first column and returns a matching value in another column. I hope you learned something new today. Thanks for watching. Please remember to share and to give us a thumbs up.